Hello dear students, this is Dr. Vaishali Jain, your English teacher. So today we are going to focus on the poem entitled The Dust of Snow, which is prescribed in your 10th class book First Flight, and this poem is composed by a well-known and great American poet Robert Frost. My dear students, you must remind that the same poet has also composed the poem that you have gone through in 9th standard, that is the road not taken, right? So the same poet has composed this poem also. This is a very short lyrical poem. It consists only of 8 lines, means 2 quatrains of 4 lines, right? So the message of the poem, first of all let me disclose the message of the poem, and that is we should respect the nature in all the possible ways because nature has tremendous capability to transform our mood and our attitude, right? Even negativity can be turned into positivity. Nature has that power, right? So let's go through the poem line by line. The poet Robert Frost very symbolically says, "The way a crow shook down on me the dust of snow from a hemlock tree has given my heart a change of mood and saved some part of a day I had rued." Only this much the poem is, right? Now see, the poet says, "The way a crow shook down on me the dust of snow from a hemlock tree." So my dear students, the poet, although it is a very short poem, very easy language has been used by the poet, meaning is also very clear, but it has profound meaning. Believe me, just see. The poet says, "The way a crow shook down on me," means once on one day the poet was going somewhere. So because of any unknown reason, because of any XYZ reason, his mood was down, right? So suddenly he stopped near or under a hemlock tree. Now let me tell you, the hemlock tree is a tree or plant which is poisonous and it has small white colored flowers, right? Means it is poisonous tree. So my dear students, let me also tell you now only hemlock tree and crow both are considered to be inauspicious, right? We considered both the like hemlock tree and crow. We considered both the things as bad omen, right? So here the poet says, suddenly he felt that on his shoulder there was some dust of the snow, and it was because of the crow which was sitting upon the tree, right? Now, has given my heart a change of mood and saved some part of the day I had rued. Now, since morning the poet was in a down mood. The poet was the heart and mind of the poet was filled with melancholy ideas, right? Now suddenly he realized that yeah, he is feeling some excitement in his life. Means from that moment onwards, the poet Robert Frost says that the action of falling of dust snow on his shoulder from the hemlock tree due to the crow, right? So this activity, this action suddenly changed the mood of the poet, and now from now onwards the rest of the day was happy one, right? And he says of the day I had rued, means पूरा दिन जो सुबह से अब इस मोमेंट तक का पूरा दिन जो पोइट ने सैड होने की वजह से लॉस कर दिया था, खराब कर दिया था, अब इस मोमेंट के बाद जो रेस्ट ऑफ द डे था दैट वाज हैप्पी वन, राइट? So the poet says very symbolically that we should respect nature in all the possible ways, and we must have the sense of acceptance. In whichever way the nature wants to bless us, we should accept that and welcome that, right? Now let's focus over the poetic devices. It is very short poem and sweet poem and very easy too, but its meaning is somehow very profound and like implementable for each one of us. Now see, first of all let's go through the rhyming scheme of the poem. As we know, there are only 8 lines. So the rhyming scheme of the poem is A B C D C D, right? Because there is alternative rhyming scheme. Okay, now next one is alliteration, that we know the occurrence of the same letter or sound at the beginning of closely connected words, right? So we can see has given my heart and saved some part. There is the repetition of S and H, right? So there are two examples of alliteration figure of speech. Now see number third poetic device is inversion, that is a figure of speech. So my dear students, let me tell you, inversion is when the structure of a sentence is changed by the poet to create rhyme scheme, right? So it means just for the sake of poetry, when the poet is free to change the structure of the sentence, that freedom is called inversion. So in poetic language, we say this liberty or freedom as poetic license, right? So the first stanza of the poem has this inversion figure of speech, because in first stanza the structure of the sentence, तो जो हमारा normal structure format होता है, rule होता है sentence का, that has been broken, right? Now number 4 is assonance. So the prominence of the vowel sound throughout the poetic line is called assonance, and we see in the second line, shout down on me. So there's the repetition of the alphabet O vowel, right? Now number 5, enjambment. As we know that when in a poetry this other line is continued after the previous one without any punctuation mark like colon, semicolon, full stop, comma and so on, right? So we can see that throughout the poem enjambment is there, means they only at the end of the 8th line, only at the end of the poem there is a full stop. So the whole poem starting 7 lines have enjambment figure of speech. So my dear students, it's all about the poem. I hope you got it nicely. If you have any doubt, you are supposed to go through the video once more just to have your doubts clear. And there are some questions at the end of the video and you are supposed to answer them here in the comment section just to have an idea how much do you know about the poem. So until the next video, keep learning and be safe. Thank you.